Hello, once again. You're all very welcome to Let's Talk with Esther Agbi. I am Esther Agbi. I hope you're doing very well. So I have a very interesting topic today. It's called Uncommon Wisdom. Uncommon Wisdom. What is wisdom? In the first place, I would say, what is wisdom? Wisdom is the application of knowledge. So, which means you must have acquired some knowledge and then you put it to practice or you apply it when it is now necessary to do that. So, and there are different kinds of wisdom. We have earthly wisdom, we have heavenly wisdom, we have that's wisdom from above, we have selfish wisdom, all kinds of wisdom, people who think that they're wise, just displaying all manner of things. So we have all kinds of wisdom. And what is the origin of wisdom? Well, we will say the origin of wisdom is immemorial, just like very long time ago. We can't actually place a timeline to it. So those who believe, they say it's from God. So it's like immemorial. What is true wisdom? So me, I feel that true wisdom is the kind of wisdom that would uplift everyone when it's applied. True wisdom is something that will uplift everyone, not just a selected few. Everyone will benefit from true wisdom. So wisdom does what? Wisdom brings peace, it brings promotion, it brings upliftment, it brings good neighborly character in society. So wisdom is a positive virtue or attribute that anyone can display. But why do we need all this wisdom? We need wisdom actually to become a better individual. We need wisdom for the family unit to be well bonded sweetly, right? In a sweet fashion. We also need wisdom for a nation to grow, to improve, to become developed, not just developing now, it now becomes developed. So we need wisdom for so many things, and all the things we need wisdom for is for a positive upliftment, be it as an individual or as the family unit or as a nation. So it's just something for positivity. That's what wisdom is. But why do people lack wisdom? Or why do individuals or society lack wisdom? The lack of wisdom could be as a result of corruption, lack of integrity in both leaders and their subjects. It could be unrighteousness in the land. It could be poverty, wickedness, laziness, theft. There's so many reasons why wisdom is not being displayed in a particular society or in an individual. But with wisdom or unity, when there's unity, we can accomplish so much. So everyone has to come together, be the individual, be the family, be the church unit or religious unit, Muslim, Christian, whatever unit you belong to. We all have to come together and work together to produce positivity in the land. So what I'm saying uncommon wisdom, there are certain things there's a certain wisdom or knowledge that people display that people will say, wow, why did I not think of it that way? And it leads to productivity and positivity. For example, those people who are familiar with the Bible story of King David, King Solomon, and the two women with the child that led to King Solomon, please don't divide the child. So those of us who are familiar with that story, we know how it went. But Solomon displayed an uncommon wisdom. It was not what was just like everyday situation. It's called an uncommon wisdom. So in my country, and let me put it this way, in Nigeria, because today I'm really talking, that's why you have the picture of my president there, President Tinubu. You may not want to call him your president, those who do not agree or those who do not belong to his party, but whether we like it or not, he's our president. Because when they say, who is the president of Nigeria? He stands up. You would not be the one to stand up, but President Tinubu will stand up. So let's forget about the politics involved here and the scenario that brought him into place. But right now, he's the president. So we all just have to rally around him and get the country going in the positive direction. That's all I want to say today on common wisdom. But how do we get this into effect? It's by exhibiting uncommon wisdom. We've been praying, we have prayed, many people have prayed, whatever religious affiliation you belong to, I believe that you have all prayed. But now, how do we put our prayer or faith to action? Because faith without works is dead. So we just have to put in works to be attached to the prayer, right? We have to do something. After praying, you don't just sit down there. You have to set go. You have to stand up and begin to do something. So that's what my little talk is all about today. We all just have to contribute. How do we engage as individuals? How do we engage as little units or family units or as the whole community? How do we engage to bring about positivity? Many of us have been complaining. I was just listening to one TikTok video. The person was complaining that the price for cement, I don't know, I think it says is it 9,000 per bag or something like that. I think it is that figure, 9,000 per bag. He was talking of the gas, 18,000 per whatever measurement of that cylinder. Everything is pretty expensive. And we all know the reason for this, right? Or many of us know the reason. Lack of productivity. We don't have any produce that we export. That is the major factor for this. But how do we, in our own little way, contribute to positivity instead of just complaining? I know it is difficult, though I don't live there, but from what I've heard and seen, it is pretty difficult. But how do we contribute our own positivity, our own little contribution that will propel the nation forward? If you're an individual, you have a house, you can do a little bit gardening at the back of your house, plant some tomatoes, potato, vegetables, just little thing. Some people have poultry, you can do poultry. That might help you one way or the other to reduce the cost of food. And apart from that, if you have a little bit of excess, you can sell to others, share with your neighbors. And we can also give advice to governments. Let's not forget that part. Some of us just wait for the ruling party or whoever is in government to just have all the ideas, or those people who are around them. But sometimes, even though it's not your party that is in power, you can also contribute to your own, make your little contribution in terms of advice. And some other people who do not even belong to the ruling party, they may be senators, they may be governors. You have your own states, you have your own little legislature, your group, your area that you control. Why don't you bring positivity in that area? Let us see development. Make that little area that you have to shine, so that others will come and look at it and say, wow, this state is something else. Even though this state does not belong to, or is not, the ruling party is not in this state. This state, for example, is something different. It's spectacular. So other states will come and learn and say, oh, that we can, we can copy or imitate or do something that this state is doing to make their own place productive and positive, right? So if it's your local government that you are ruling, whatever aspect of government you have been given, you have control over, make that little enclave of yours positive and let it shine, let it reflect positivity, and everybody will be happy and say, just go over there. That is the place we all want to have in our own area. So little by little, step by step, the country will begin to develop in productivity, in produce, agricultural produce, in education, in different aspects. And before you know it, we are now one big nation that is known for positive things. That is my vision for my country, Nigeria. And I believe if you are a Nigerian, that will be your vision. And that should be the vision for every African country. We should see how productivity comes about and put our hands together and rally around it. Because all these developed countries that we are all running to, they started from somewhere. They didn't just become developed in one day, Like I just look at them when they have their leaders, even though you belong to the other party, before you know, they all put hands together and productivity comes. Everybody begins to, channel different ideas, and bring about something positive. And that is what I would like to see. And before I round up, I just want to quickly say that by wisdom, a house is built. By wisdom, kings reign. And by wisdom, Nigeria shall be restored back to its full glory again. I believe that. I sincerely believe in that. And I want us to do our part. You do your own part, I do my own part. And before we know it, our children, grandchildren, they have something positive to look onto and say, yes, this is my beloved country. Yeah, thank you very much for listening. Thank you for sharing your time with me. Please, if you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, like, share, and yeah, that's all I have for you today. Thank you. See you very soon, shortly. Bye for now.